Hey everybody, welcome to Casual Comic Fans. And today, me and Luke are going to be talking about the new DCEU rumors that are basically erasing the whole Snyderverse timeline or whatever. So, without further ado, let's hop into these. So, I don't know if you've been hearing, I'm sure you have, because right around I think it was New Year's Eve or something, a lot of rumors started cycling about the new Flash movie and just kind of the plans overall for Warner Brothers, DCEU as people have called it. And honestly, there have been rumors for a while that the Flash was going to kind of do some time travel stuff and sort of reboot the DC movies in a way. I don't think anybody was thinking to the extent that these rumors say. So it seems like these rumors have been coming from two main sources. So first of all, we have Grace Randolph.
Right.
Who is kind of she's right on a lot of things and then wrong on a lot of things, so she's kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
When it comes to reliability. Right. But she said in a tweet a few days ago, Batfleck's final appearance is going to be in the Flash, which kind of a lot of people already kind of figured. Old footage of Cavill used on TV. Okay, and then new Justice League formed. Supergirl is new Superman. And Keaton is working with Black Canary, picks Batgirl as new Batman. I'm assuming that happens in the Batgirl movie.
Right.
And, which I'm guessing, so does that mean Michael Keaton's Batman is going to be in the Black Canary movie? Or
yeah, that's what it seems to indicate, yeah.
Yeah, and then she finishes with, "This is a new DC, let's be open-minded and give it a fair shot." Now, before we talk about this, there was another person who leaked some info, which was very similar to what Grace leak, so it could give more credence to this, but also he has been kind of hit or miss. He has been right about a lot of stuff, but a lot of the stuff he leaked about No Way Home was completely wrong.
Okay.
So this is a Reddit user, but he also uses Twitter and stuff. His name is My Time to Shine Hello.
Yes.
Nobody knows who the heck this guy is, but yeah. So he says the Flash movie will erase every movie Snyder has done. Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Justice League never happened now. Erased from continuity. Affleck and Cavill are both gone. Supergirl now is the main soups of Earth. Keaton is Batman, and Batgirl will become the new Batman after her film. I guess the Flash movie ends with Flash and Supergirl and Shazam forming a new Justice League. Now, this stuff does come with some rumors. Recently that the actress who played Feora in Man of Steel will be appearing in The Flash, and that Zachary Levi will be appearing as Shazam.
Okay.
So, who knows if this is real or not, but it's getting so much, hype, or not exactly hype, but so much, internet traffic, and everybody's been talking about it. But the funny thing is, none of it's really been confirmed.
Right.
It's it could totally be true, and on a certain level, I wouldn't be super surprised if it were real. On the other hand, I do think it's a bit premature to act like this is 100% legit.
Right.
Especially considering The Flash doesn't come out for, almost a whole year. What are your thoughts on those rumors and this direction, I guess?
Yeah, so I remember, this was in, December, they confirmed that Michael Keaton was going to be in the Batgirl movie, and so that kind of lends a little bit of credence, at least to that part of this rumor or leak or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But I don't. It would make sense, I guess, because I remember hearing that this was going to be Ben Affleck's last movie, as you talked about, and I think that I don't really know, because with the whole new Justice League thing, it's kind of interesting because Wonder Woman and Aquaman still have movies that they're making, and they're still going to be in movies. So it's are they going to be part of this thing, or is it going to be a different continuity?
Well, yeah, it seems like they want to do some hodgepodge of the stuff that Warner Brothers execs liked and think they can milk money out of, like Wonder Woman and Aquaman, but then also trying to replace Affleck's Batman and Cavill's Superman, and also bringing Shazam in. So I guess in theory, the new Justice League would be Flash, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and then Shazam, Supergirl, and Batgirl, I guess. But then again, that is kind of speculation.
Yeah, another thing that could be going on is that because also during all this they have Robert Pattinson's Batman and then Joaquin Phoenix as Joker as well, which are separate movies. Yeah. And so what could be going on is they could just be having multiple continuities going on at the same time.
Right.
So like they could still continue with the Snyder timeline with Wonder Woman and Aquaman, and they could go into this new direction with Batgirl and Supergirl and Shazam and all that.
Yeah, I was thinking a bit about that. I mean, that would make more sense. Like, if that's kind of what I thought the Flash movie was originally going to do. It would kind of like start a new timeline, you know, but like, given that the multiverse is such a big thing now, especially in DC, you know, because we have, like you said, Pattinson's Batman on Earth 2 and Joaquin's Joker on God knows what Earth.
Right.
And then, you know, the Snyderverse still technically exists, and there is, you know, more hope that that might continue given the Discovery merger. And, like, the Warner Brothers executives who really seem to really hate Snyder or won't be as in charge as much.
Yeah.
So that would make sense. It really seems to me, though, that, at least from these rumors, that the Warner Brothers executives are, like, basically trying to, like, make the main movies, like, the main movie continuity, they're just sort of, like, changing everything and, like, basically erasing everything that they possibly could from, like, what Zack Snyder did.
Right.
And honestly, it's just kind of crazy to try and replace Superman and Batman with Supergirl and Batgirl. Well, first off, it's crazy to try and replace Ben Affleck's Batman with, like, Michael Keaton's Batman. Like, that just makes no sense. Like, Michael Keaton's Batman, you know, like, he's pretty old at this point. Yeah. He's more like the Batman and, like, The Dark Knight Returns, or, honestly, they had a really good opportunity to make, like, a Batman Beyond spin-off or continuity with that, but to make him the main Batman, at least for a few movies, is kind of crazy. Just given, you know, it'd be like, it's not like the perfect example, but it'd be like if, you know, Toby showed up in No Way Home and then they killed off Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and now Tobey Maguire's the new MCU Spider-Man or something. Like, that just, like, why would they do that? That doesn't make any sense. He's from an old franchise, you know? Like, if they were going to replace Ben Affleck's Batman, which, you know, they would for multiple reasons. One thing, because he's, like, you know, an older Batman. He's, like, a middle-aged Batman. Plus, Ben Affleck's kind of done with the role, it seems, unless, like, Snyder asked him to do something, because, you know, they're friends, but Warner Brothers kind of gave him a hard time for years. But if they're going to replace him, you'd think they'd be, like, with Robert Pattinson's Batman. You know, you think they would, like, use the Flash to, like, fold Earth 2 into it and make him the new Batman because, you know, he's younger, he's just starting out. That would make way more sense than, oh, let's replace him with Michael Keaton's Batman from the old franchise, plus let's replace him with Batgirl, who was never even close to being a Batman replacement in the comics.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if anything, if you're gonna replace Batman, which is kind of a dumb idea to begin with, but if you're, especially considering how, like, new the DCEU is, like, they haven't had, like, you know, 23 movies like the MCU did before they killed Iron Man. If you're gonna do that, then, you know, might as well bring in, like, Dick Grayson or something.
Exactly.
Not, like, why Supergirl? Like, why introduce not Supergirl? Why introduce Batgirl and then be like, oh, she's the new Batman now? That's just kind of crazy.
Right, especially since it's going to be like a direct to HBO thing, and so it's not even going to be in theaters, so a lot of people probably aren't even going to see it.
Right, which I feel like they might change that, because they changed Blue Beetle, because that's going to be in theaters now, so they might end up changing, you know, so who knows. But and it just kind of, like, seems all over the place, because, you know, they have the Blue Beetle and the Batgirl movie, but then they also have the Black Canary movie coming out, but it's just like they're all over the place, and if these rumors are true, it seems like they're kind of doing their best to, like, alienate basically all their DC fans from, like, the main movies, because, you know, they obviously have their, like, spin-off movies, like, or not spin-offs, but, like, other universe movies, like Joker 2's coming out, and, you know, they have the Batman trilogy, which I think most people are going to be interested in. But if they, like, continue with, like, ooh, but let's make a new Justice League movie, but instead of Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, it's Supergirl, Batgirl, and Wonder Woman or something, I don't think many people are going to be that interested.
Right.
Especially not DC fans. Like, even people that, like, I've seen a lot of people that even, like, hated Snyder's movies that aren't really on board with this stuff.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. At this point, they are just rumors.
Right.
And, you know, they aren't necessarily, like, reliable sources. Like, they're not unreliable, but they're kind of hit or miss. So, like, who knows if it's legit or not, but if it is true, I don't I don't really have much interest in the main DC movies, honestly. Like my only real like I'll see Blue Beetle because I really like Blue Beetle.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
And I was honestly really looking forward to The Flash, honestly, because like this actually see a cool Flash movie. But if they're just gonna use it as like a backdoor or an excuse to just erase, not just start a new timeline, but I think the main issue was that it seems like they're like purposefully trying to pretend like the Snyder movies never existed.
Right.
Which is like, I really don't understand the ire, because like even if everybody hated the movies, which isn't really true, they actually did decent in the box office, better than the first like 4 MCU movies did combined. So it's not like they were a flop. They just like there were a lot of like bloggers and people online who hated them.
Yeah.
I really don't understand the ire, because like they welcome Snyder with open arms. They're like, oh yeah, we'll have you basically run our whole DC movie universe for a while, and then all of a sudden, like after Batman v Superman, they acted like he was like the devil incarnate, and like he single-handedly like ruined all DC movies for eternity. I'm like, you gotta take some responsibility here, guys. You're the ones that hired him, Right. So I don't really get that. So if they really are doing this, it seems a bit petty to just like use this movie as an excuse to just like erase those movies,
Right.
But I guess we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I do hope these aren't true, especially considering I really think Henry Cavill deserves more of a chance, and that he deserves to be Superman more. Like he could be like really like I would argue he is already kind of iconic in the role, but he really could be like officially iconic if he just if they just gave him another like movie or something, or if they did another team up movie with him or something.
Yeah.
But I have heard. At least I heard recently, I think Grace Randolph said this, that like Henry Cavill's like he and his agent are hard to work with or something. And I heard that he was like demanding like more money or something.
Okay.
But I mean, who knows if those are true or not, because that's kind of a tactic movie studios and producers use all the time whenever they just like get mad at somebody. Like they did that with Ray Fisher as soon as he started coming out with all those accusations against Joss Whedon and everything, and people have used it all like for not to draw like the same comparison, but Harvey Weinstein did that all the time with women who refuse his advances. So it's kind of a tactic by movie studios and producers to say, oh, they're hard to work with if they like just are kind of mad at them for an insignificant reason. So it seems like Cavill has a pretty good career, and he's been doing great in the Netflix show The Witcher, so I don't know how hard he can really be to work with. So, all right, guys, thanks so much for watching it. Let us know in the comments what you think about these rumors, whether you think they're real or not, and if you're crazy enough to think it's a good idea, go ahead and let us know. And be sure to like, subscribe, and social media down below.
Yeah.